Welcome to Smellomania. This will be such a timely review. And it doesn't matter that the perfume I'm about to dissect was released 14 years ago. No matter what, Halloween and pumpkin season comes every year. And I'm back to reviewing a perfume from one of my favorite brands, Etat Libre. Their shop is overflowing with weird yet still very wearable releases. And this perfume is not an exception. These days it's called Like This. Although it used to be called Tilda Swinton Like This. Like This has one of the rarest notes possible. Pumpkin. Yes, it's a perfume that boasts a bold pumpkin accord. I've tried smelling my pumpkin inside and out, looking for some hints. There's no such thing as a pumpkin note. Like there's no snow note or sand note. But you can always create a snow or sand accord. Just like Mathilde Bijaoui, the perfumer behind Like This combines several other notes to create the impression of a pumpkin. Thus the pumpkin accord. The other notes are immortelle, ginger, tangerine, heliotrope, musk, vetiver, neroli, and rose. The list isn't so long, yet the perfume manages to smell complex and interesting. But my very first impression was quite neutral. It smells like that cozy cashmere sweater my mom used to wear every autumn, I thought to myself after smelling it. And yes, undeniably so, this perfume does fall into the my auntie's scarf during the colder season category. It's sweet, rather feminine, warm, spicy, powdery, and musky. But this is only the very first impression. I just set the stage here. Let's get back to Tilda Swinton. Why was her name a part of this perfume in the past, but is no more? She made this perfume for herself, a 2010 Vogue article reads. And though it is, of course, intended to be sold, the selling part does not seem particularly important to her. I'm amazed anyone would want to wear it or buy it, said Tilda Swinton. And then she continued to describe the fragrance itself. Mathilde created it entirely to my completely random specifications. I wanted the scent of my home in Scotland, so we deconstructed it. It literally is my house. So what does her house smell like? Gingerbread baking, she said. Dogs. Greenhouses. Chicken feet. Children's feet. So there we have it. A brief for Like This. I turned to our magical perfume lovers community and asked for some help. Does anyone have a sample or a half-full bottle of Like This? Over 100,000 people from all over the country were reached. Then one bright perfume-loving soul replied, I believe I have an old sample. Also, if I'm not mistaken, we live in the same building. Oh, the world is full of unbelievable synchronicities. And here's the mysterious official sample of Like This. It still has Tilda Swinton's name on it. I wore Like This to a little girl's birthday party I was invited to. I just blindly sprayed it on, almost not knowing what to expect, since the last time I smelled it was 4 years ago, and headed out. Not gonna lie, I was a bit discouraged at first. So I'm gonna smell distastefully sweet today. Oh well, let it be, I thought to myself. And then I forgot about it. The birthday party was held inside a mysterious, fairy forest-themed park. It was quite dark and cryptic. We were led by a beautiful young lady dressed as a fairy from one room to the other. Following narrow passageways and steep ramps, listening to made-up stories along the way. And every new room we entered boasted the same absolutely stunning aroma. It felt childishly sweet, innocent, yet captivating. I kept looking around, trying to see where that magical scent was coming from. Success! I spotted a black room fragrance hidden behind the plastic leaves. I approached it with very high hopes and smelled it. And this wasn't it. This wasn't the smell that led me through the entire enchanted forest. And then it became clear to me, it was me. It was like this. I was the one that was filling the entire building with this magnificent, sweet aroma. Only 2 sprays, but the perfume found its way through the plastic caverns and managed to greet me upon entering every single room. Like this is so cozy and sweet, yet it possesses so many interesting facets to it. It smells fresh, tangy, zesty, and deeply fluffy at the same time. It's like being indoors and outdoors at the same time. It's phenomenal, phenomenally underrated. I don't do so often, but this time I couldn't help myself. I had to read the comments from all around the web about this perfume. Smells like a sunrise at the beach. Absolutely irresistible. Reminds me of a Yankee candle in a good way. This fragrance is boggling my mind. I can't actually figure out what I'm smelling, Jay commented. It evokes memories of old crushes. I find this to be a very feminine scent, to be worn by someone very sweet. I'd fall head over heels if I smelled it on someone else. Andrea gave Like This 1 star and wrote, when dabbed on my wrist was the smell of the interior of an airplane. Labdinam said, this one is like a mother to me. And me too, I completely agree. Cozy, motherly scent with a hint of home-cooked pumpkin pies. I saved the best one for last. Elizaveta wrote on the official website, to me, it smells like pumpkin pie with a burnt crust. But to my boyfriend, it smells like beer, hobo, and urine. As the aroma unfolds, it starts to smell like a burned hobo, according to him. And that's why I absolutely love the sincerity and creativity of our awesome perfume community. There's an exciting minty twist somewhere deep. It's not the smell of mint, it's the feeling of cold, fresh air when you inhale the perfume. Just like my husband said, I can smell it even when I'm exhaling. I think the world needs a t-shirt with this phrase. I can smell you even when I'm exhaling. So, I drew a pumpkin filled with sweets and mint chewing gums. I loved how several people mentioned that the smell of Like This reminded them of sunsets, and I do agree. It's like a warm, bonfire-lit evening at the beach. Yet, it's Halloween season. I'm really happy with the final drawing. P.S. I was trying so hard to get a bottle of this perfume, but my order got lost in the mail. Gladly, I received a refund, so that's all good. These few days I was pacing back and forth, ready to release my review just for Halloween. But I stopped myself over and over again. I can't, I have to wait for the bottle to show up, I was thinking. But wait, I can't allow a missing bottle to pause the flow. And then I understood that my channel isn't about flaunting perfume bottles. It's about what's inside the bottle. So I just improvised and drew myself a bottle of Like This. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon on the other one. Bye.